All dressed up and nowhere to go. Okay. Someone asked me a question, and I'll answer it here. If Dan Bongino and Kash Patel could go back in time, do you think they would have given that? Do you think they would decide to give that interview to that gal, Bartoloma, whatever her name is? Do you think they would? Do you think they would still do that interview, knowing how it's played out now? Okay, or do you think they would still give the interview, but do you think they would come up with the same answer? Yeah, he killed himself or whatever. Do you think they would do the same thing, knowing what they know now? If they could go back in time, would they do it again? Because even if that's the truth and they believe it, if Dan Bongino believed what he was saying at that time, which maybe he does, do you think he would say the same thing? Because to be honest, it wasn't necessary. They totally goofed themselves up on that. They could have said a dozen different things. It's a massive investigation. We got to be careful not to re-victimize the victims, and we're this and that. We're getting closer. We want to do this properly. They could have milked that for 2 years. Okay. I just thought they would have been smart. I'm not a smart guy, not highly educated or anything like that. I've had to talk with zillions of people over the years, but as I would have thought they would have been smarter and not handle it the way they did. It wasn't necessary. It was a I don't know what you call it. I mean, they fumbled it on their own. It was it was ridiculous. Then you have Bondi. I'll say the same thing. She couldn't shut up. I mean, even before she, I don't know if she would say she was contradicting herself at that time, but she was talking to complete strangers, saying all kinds of things. Oh, we've got this, I got that, there's thousands of victims, I've got it on my desk, and all this kind of thing. And then have to do a complete 180 against contradicting everything she'd previously said. Now, maybe that's true. Maybe she believes what she says. But do you think if she could go back in time, she would have talked so much? Or maybe not done or something? I would just assume that she would have been smarter to handle this differently. Forget the content of their message. It just wasn't very smart the way they handled it, the steps they took. Well, I'm going to say this. Really? I just thought that these people were smarter. Then Trump goes after the journalist, press guy, or whatever. Are we still talking about this? Once again, that might be what he believes. That might be his true feelings. But if he could go back in time, prior to that statement, do you think he would say that again? Maybe not. Maybe they're just not that smart. Bongino Patel, that was stupid. Bondi, that was stupid. Trump, that was stupid. And then now they have to do all these other little things. Oh, look over here, look over here. We're going to put Obama in jail. I listen to a lot of people, in podcasts and such that talk about bigger things going on, and I want to believe them. I really do. Oh, this is a smart play. This is this. Hey, man, all I'm seeing is dumb. This is dumb. I've seen no reason to piss off your base or a large portion of your base. I see no reason to alienate a large portion of your base as some sort of chess move or loyalty test to approve your situation. I just don't. Maybe I'm just, once again, never played chess. Not a chess or a checkers guy. Too busy working. I just don't see where that's going to pay off. or at some point he's going to reel us all back in because we'll know the truth now. That's the attitude and the type of mindset that those guys had with Q and Anonymous QAnon and all that stuff. Oh, no, there's a bigger thing going on. No, there wasn't. There wasn't a bigger thing going on when he lost the election. Okay? He got screwed out of it. It was stolen. But this idea that, oh, no, they're all going to jail. Nobody went to jail. That was a complete flop. And you have many people on the right who have a new flop going on. Oh, no, it's this bigger play. They're much smarter than this. It's not playing out that way. It just looks dumb. If they could go back in time, I would hope that if you gave all of them the ability to go back in time, they would not repeat the same mistake. Jeez. I mean, yeah. Like I said, what holds me back is like, I'm just not that smart a guy. I'm not some big thinker like these people. And then to see what they're doing, this is either such a tactical, strategic move. I'm going to say this and upset my people and maybe, all this kind of thing. It's so strategically tactical and devious to get their way. That's what they're doing. Or they're just dumb. And right now I'm leaning towards dumb. This is just dumb. Yeah, and there's just a lot of people making excuses for it, which makes it really bad. Anyhow, that was my answer to your question. I just thought they would have been smarter than to do what they're doing. Or to say what they're saying. Like, forget the content, forget the message or whatever. Whether you're for this or that or whatever. It's just, if your accuser asks a question or makes a claim against you, this is not the response you need to make to improve your situation. It's just dumb after dumb after dumb. So I keep waiting. What stupid thing will they say next? Yeah, anyhow, that's what I'm talking about. Love you, God bless.